And so here's part 3, 3.1 actually. This is the second time I'm doing this. I was in the middle of filming and I somehow turned it off and not smart enough to continue the video and pick up where I left off, so we're starting all over again. So we have Johnny Cucks. This is just finishing up that book from the last video. I'll try to do this pretty quickly. Gil McDougall. Another Yankees team photo from 1947. None of the Hall of Famers signed on that one. We got Bobby Mercer, Tommy John, Bill Skowron, Joe Ostrowski. These are all Yankees in here. Moose Skowron again. Don Zimmer. Brett Jody. Sparky Lyle. Another Moose Skowron. Al Leiter. El Duque Hernandez. Al Downing. Oops, sorry about that. Here's a letter that Tony Kubek had written to me. On the back of the letter I sent to him, saying how he doesn't attend card shows, but he does sign autographs, and he signed a couple for me. Bob Watson, who was general manager of the Yankees in 1996, wrote me this little note on his stationery from his desk with the Yankees. I thought that was kind of cool. Jimmy Key, Mickey Rivers. Charlie Devins was the teammate of Babe Ruth. Don Gullett. Louis Tiant. Ed Figueroa. Tommy Byrne. Butch Weiniger. Bobby Richardson. Yankees. Bill Verdon. Tommy Tresh, Rookie of the Year, 1962. Jerry Coleman, played with the Yankees, Hall of Fame announcer with the Padres. Catfish Hunter. This was a giveaway that they had given fans for his last game in 1979. I was 9 years old. I held on to it, got little stains and stuff over the years, but had him sign that at a card show some years later. There's the back of that. Those are all like facsimile signatures, but and it opens up into a poster that I used to have hanging on my wall. Here's another autograph from George Steinbrenner. I had sent him a request for a letter, and I got this for an autograph, and got this back. And on the back, it's got this letter from the Yankees saying that this was personally autographed to me from George Steinbrenner. John Monefusco. And Johnny Sane. So we'll close that. That's the end of that book. And get that out of the way. These things are kind of heavy. Alright. Let's keep it moving. So this is a 1973 Pirates yearbook signed by a couple of different Pirates on the team. This was something I meant to get signed, just never got around to doing it. I have another one signed later. Carl Furillo, Brooklyn Dodger great, with a letter of authenticity. The Bill Buckner and Mookie Wilson photo from 1986 World Series, signed by them, and Bill Robinson. Wade Boggs on the horse for the World Series. He also wrote Hall of Fame 2005. Denny McLain. Duke Snider. Denny McLain again. Mike Mussina. I sent this photo to his home address some years ago, and he signed it, sent it back to me. That was awesome. Hopefully he'll be a Hall of Famer someday. Hall of Fame postcards signed by Duke Snider, George Kell, Monty Irvin, and Bobby Doerr. Elliot Maddox, Hank Aaron, Rickey Henderson, Reggie Jackson, White Hoyt. Here's another one of those Popeye things that's signed by a couple of baseball players, some old-timers, including 2 Hall of Famers, George Kell and Bobby Doerr. This is a World's Finest Comics photo that I had signed by Bobby Doerr, George Kell, and Duke Snider. Thought that was pretty cool. I actually forgot I had that. Matt Capps from the Pirates, George Brett, Nate McLouth, Bill Werber. Pitcher on the Pirates, I can't remember who. Forgot who this guy is. He also pitched for the Mets for a little bit too. Come back to me later on. Cecil Travis, Rich Gossage, another one of those Cecil Travis pictures. Joe Siddle, Negro League ball player. Mark Burley, Sparky Lyle, Paul Blair, Rico Petrocelli, Billy Rogel, Dave Henderson, Tim Raines, Bill Monbouquet, Phil Cavaretta, an old Pirates first baseman from the 1930s named Gus Sir. This is an original photograph from that time period that I had bought online, and he was still alive, and I sent it to him and he signed it. Bob Friend, Davey Nelson, Al Bumbry. Pretty cool thing. So we got 4 Brooklyn Dodgers here. We got Preacher Rowe, Clem Labine, Carl Erskine, and Ralph Branca. Ralph Branca gave up that home run to Bobby Thompson. Lonnie Frey. This is a team photo signed by a couple of the 1960 Pittsburgh Pirates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in all. That's kind of neat. So this was a ticket stub to the last Yankee home game. Actually, this was the voidable copy. I have another one that was an actual ticket. These were in the back of the season ticket book, but that's what the ticket looked like for the last home game at Yankee Stadium, September 21st, 2008. Chuck Deering. Another one of those things. Dominic DiMaggio, not signed by his brother. Negro Leaguer Andy Porter. Buck O'Neill. Buck O'Neill again. Another Buck O'Neill. We got Preacher Rowe with a letter that he had sent back to me about this photo. Cecil Travis. He also served in World War II from 1942 to 1945. He played with the Washington Senators from 1933 to 1947. He was a pretty good ball player. A couple of these Twins ball players I didn't really know much about. Mickey Vernon, Randy Gumpert again, another Buck O'Neill, Roy Sievers, Davey Nelson, Bobby Thompson, we got Al Rosen here, and Hall of Famer Ron Santo with a certificate of authenticity. It might be the end of the 8x10 photos that I have. We have some more books with autograph cards in it. So what we have here is my Yankee book. All these cards that you see in here are Yankees from different eras. this one here. So you got Bobby Richardson, Frank Crosetti, Roy White, Sparky Lyle, Hank Bauer, Dave Kingman, Ralph Branca again, Mel Stoudemire, Moose Gowron, Tom Tresh, Bobby Shantz, Frank Crosetti. So these are reprints, or like a reprint of the 1961 Yankees. So there was a team set, and I got some of them signed. And these were some Yankees of the 1950s with their autographs here. And here's some 1958, 59 Topps cards, 57, 58, 59. They were all signed. Don Larson. Got Moose Gowron again. This card was signed by all three. 62, 61, 62, 63 Topps signed. Tommy Tresh. 65 Topps, 66, 64 signed. That card got signed by Al Downing and Jim Bouton, or Bouton. 1966 and 67. 68, 69, 70, Gene Michael. Mel Stoudemire. Mel Stoudemire again, Felipe Alou. So 72 Topps signed Yankee cards. Sparky Lyle, 73, Roy White, Rick Dempsey, Mel Stoudemire, 74s, 74, 78s, there's Chris Chambliss, 76 Topps, all signed, 76, 77 Yankees. These were some of my favorite teams. This is when I first started getting into baseball. 75 Topps. '78 Ken Holzman, Kenny Clay. That was a pretty tough autograph to get. Bucky Dent, Roy White, Sparky Lyle, Jim Spencer, Dick Tidrow, Greg Nennels, Ron Guidry, Chris Chambliss again, Lou Piniella, Sparky Lyle, Louis Tiant, 1981, Tommy John, Greg Nennels, Tiant again, Lou Piniella again, Bert Campaneris and Omar Moreno signed on that card. Both of them with the Yankees. Ron Guidry again, Lou Piniella, another Greg Nennels, Don Baylor, '85. So we're getting closer to the more modern era Yankees. '87, then 1990, '89. Dave Island, who was a pitching coach not too long ago for them. Ken Phelps. Lou Piniella as a manager. Stump Merrill. Phil Necro's brother Joe. The Yankees had some really awful teams in the late 80s, early 90s. Jeff Nelson. Now we're getting closer to the championship era Yankees. We got Shane Spencer, Andy Fox, Ramiro Mendoza, Tim Raines, Graham Lloyd, David Weathers. So that's from the '96 team. Here's first Derek Jeter autograph I ever got. Sent that to him his rookie year, and he signed it. El Duque Hernandez, Mike Lowell, Nick Johnson, Denny Nagel, Jeff Nelson, Jimmy Key, Andy Pettit. Not 100% sure about the Andy Pettit. I actually bought that one on eBay. Never been 100% confident in that. Bernie Williams, Joe Girardi, Paul O'Neill. These are all definitely authentic on the Paul O'Neills. They were like, you know, those autographed insert cards. Jorge Posada, Ricky Leday, Chad Curtis, Mel Stoudemire, Darryl Strawberry, Ken Griffey Sr., Nick Johnson, Juan Rivera, Homer Bush, Alfonso Soriano. That's a good one. Luis Sojo, Nick Johnson again, Dave Justice, Jose Vizcaino. It's the only card I've ever seen with him as a Yankee. Jose Contreras, Mariano Duncan, Jim Leyritz, Mike Mussina. I think I have almost a whole page of Mike Mussina. Don Hood. Joe Torre. Almost a full page of Joe Torre with Mets, Cardinals, and Yankees. Paul Blair. Cecil Fielder. Brian Cashman is on that. And there's some other random Yankees. Carl Pavano. Bum. Chin Ming Wong. Kyle Farnsworth. Greg Nettles again. Sparky Lyle. Tom Selleck as a Yankee. I found his mailing address for him and got this baseball card and sent it to him. So I thought that's kind of cool. Kei Igawa, Chin Ming Wang, Doug Mankiewicz. And almost done with this. Austin Romine. That's the last Yankee autograph I got for the most current ball players. Haven't written any letters since then. So that's about 2 years ago. And here we got Catfish Hunter, Phil Rizzuto, Moose Gowan, Ralph Terry, Marius Russo, Bobby Richardson, Roy White, Bob Turley, Al Downing, Bobby Shantz, Spec Shea, Irv Noren, Hank Bauer, Mel Stoudemire, Tommy Tresh, and a ticket stub signed by Mel Stoudemire. And then these are just some coins that the New York Post was selling. We got the full set of those. And that'll be it for now. Hope you guys like what you've seen. I've got a lot more actually where that came from, and maybe next week or during the weekend I'll post some of those. Till then, thanks for watching, and take care.